When you drink ketones, right, there's this molecule called BHB, right, beta hydroxybutyrate, that we consume. When we consume carbohydrates or when we consume fats, there's a lot of these different biochemical processes that need to break those down, and they get broken down and broken down and broken down. It takes a very long time. When we drink ketones, they're instantly absorbed, and it's getting absorbed as it's going down the digestive tract. It's being pulled into tissue. The first tissue it gets pulled into is your heart, actually. Second place is the brain, right? So ketones get absorbed in the heart, then they get absorbed in the brain, and then they start to go to the periphery or skeletal muscle. So inside of these different tissues, inside of the heart, inside of the brain, inside of the skeletal muscle, you have this machinery. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It's the engine that keeps our cells inside of each one of those systems going. At that engine, ketones provide fuel. And a lot of people, that machinery is the equivalent of like an old car that's really loud. You all have heard of it. That car that's driving down the road that probably you're like, one more day and that thing's gonna collapse and that person's not gonna be able to drive it. That's most people's mitochondria, right? Versus like a Tesla or a brand new like electric car. Ketones have an impact on that. They kind of help the wheel of that Krebs cycle keep going, whereas most people have that clunky, loud engine that you're one day away from that mitochondria being like, oh, they die. And unfortunately, over time, mitochondria number starts to go down. And what we want to do is not only fix the mitochondria we have, but create new mitochondria. And that's one of the biggest benefits that ketones have, which ultimately have a lot of these other effects, right? Improving skeletal muscle, having effects on fat loss, having effects on cognitive function, having effects on signaling, acting as signaling molecules, and all these other hosts of things.